The self-proclaimed Queen of Canada, Romana Didulo, has been released on conditional bail following a hearing today in Saskatchewan. The 50-year-old cult leader was arrested on Friday, and the CBC's Hilary Johnstone is following this story for us. It's really kind of taken off over the last few days, hasn't it? So what can you tell us, Hilary?
It absolutely has, Andrew. So the 50-year-old who spent the weekend behind bars in custody has now been released on bail, but there are a number of conditions that she needs to follow. If she violates any of them, they could land her back in custody. So let's go through some of them. So Romana Didulo, who, as we were just saying there, calls herself the Queen of Canada, is the leader of this cult. This is some footage of her arriving at court on Friday, but a number of conditions she has to follow. She cannot be within 50 kilometers of Richmound, Saskatchewan. That is the community along the Alberta-Saskatchewan border where she has been living in a decommissioned school building with her followers for 2 years now. She cannot be there. She needs to stay at an address in Regina. She's not allowed to have contact with a number of specific individuals, including Ricky Manz, who is the owner of that decommissioned school building. She's not allowed to make any online references to any of the individuals, which she is not supposed to be in contact with. She can't be in possession of firearms or imitation weapons. She needs to submit to a search without warrant of herself, her vehicle, or a building in which she resides, and she must seek and maintain either employment or education. So Romana Didulo and her followers here, this started as part of the wider QAnon movement, so a group of people who believes that a secret cabal has been running the government. It has now evolved into what's often called a sovereign citizens movement, where you have a group of individuals who believe that the laws do not apply to them. This footage that you're looking at is from today. There were actually a number of her supporters who were here outside the court to greet her, but it has evolved into this sovereign citizens movement, so her followers do not believe that the rules or the laws of this country apply to them. They do not believe in things like paying taxes, in vaccination. They believe that Didulo here, that she has powers, alien powers, and that she is a ruler under natural law. This community where they have been living in this decommissioned school building for 2 years, that has prompted a lot of concerns from the nearby community, who say that she and her followers had been harassing them and they did not want her there. Now, it was just last week on Wednesday, Andrew, that the RCMP went in and raided that building. They said after they received reports of a firearm, an occupant with a firearm, 16 people were arrested in all. Most of them were then released quite quickly, but then Romana Didulo and Ricky Manz, that other individual I was mentioning, they were quickly re-arrested and were charged. So that is what this bail hearing was for. And like we say, she now has been granted bail.
And we're also hearing that Didulo's followers have been ordered out of the compound where they were staying outside Regina. What do we know about that?
That's right. So the Saskatchewan Health Authority has gone in and has said that this building is unfit for human use. They say that they have found evidence, gathered sufficient evidence regarding health concerns and compliance issues to determine that it is a risk to public health and safety. They say in particular because the building, which we're looking at right now, which is this decommissioned school building, is not hooked up or connected to a municipal sewage system. So they have a number of concerns about that. So there's now an eviction order. No one is allowed to be in there and no one is allowed to return to that facility.
Hilary, thank you. The CBC's Hilary Johnstone.